Itaola, SoccerBeat lovers. It's your boy Lewang, Cheezboy Mokoena, the real cheese cheddar, the real mozzarella, baba. Yeah, welcome to Talking Orlando Pirates, Bafetu. I'm joined by the prof himself, Mark Mayambela, also with Slim Cut, Whiskas. Yeah, they were the men who can kick the ball from this goal to the other goal. Yeah, they must know, Nippy, you have so much power, my friend. Eh? I didn't see that power today in today's game. Eh? The boys looked a bit
Yo,
flat, guys. Well, what's happening? What's yes, the result did not favor us. I was hoping that they could continue from their last match after the sending off of the coach. And now I'm seeing a different Orlando Pirates. You know, we can't even string 4 or 5 passes together. How did you guys see this game, guys?
I was boring. I was boring. Boring, my friend. Boring. You can see it's that end of the season snacks. My man, you can see I'm wearing pajamas. I've got a gown on. I fell asleep. I fell asleep. You know? It's like I was hoping that listen, we're home now. We're back home now. Let's see the new vibe in the team, the new energy, the new style of play, or not the new style, just the continuity. Um, but just that same vibe and that energy. But then no bashing Coach Mandla because it's continuity, you know. But then the players went back, when we were that Orlando Pirates was play, moving the ball quickly into areas and getting with purpose, moving the ball with purpose into areas. When in certain areas, we know exactly what to do. It's like we went back to just being pirates, playing small intricate passing here, giving the ball away with no purpose with the passes. For me, it was like a poor game, man. Gee, it was poor. Everyone just like it's like we've lost that aura, that vibe, with that aura about us where we know exactly what to do when we get into areas. It's that I know it's the last season snacks, the last few months, but still, as footballers, there's a new coach coming. We need to impress that new coach. We need to see, he needs to see what he's going to be working with. Because now he's seeing a different thing. Because is it Coach Jose that got him to be that type of players? Or is it them who's brought that type of them that's brought that flair to Orlando Pirates? And I'd like to believe it's the latter. Because if a coach like Marky said last week as well, the somewhere the new coach is watching, and if he saw today, he'd feel to himself as if to say, hey, listen, I've got work to do here. When 3 weeks ago we felt to ourselves, no, this is a ready team. The next coach is being handed a blessing, you know. But it's just so poor, that so average, amateur, not not the Orlando Pirates that I know. Not the Orlando Pirates that I know. My pajamas says it all.
Come on, Maparanya, you're making Moeneeb fall asleep here, man. Moeneeb, I mean, even me, while watching the game, I was feeling like I'm going to doze off, man. I mean, no chances created in the first half, even in the second half. Not much flair. Build up was poor. Sloppy passing. I know they gave Slepe the man of the match. Obviously, maybe because he's a youngster, trying to give him a bit of confidence. But he looked a little bit shaky as well today. And the fans were not even there. I mean, the fans didn't come to the stadium, and I'm wondering, Mapania, when's Akalan? I know Kef is gone, Netbank is gone, League. But we have to finish the season on a high note, guys. You guys have started the season so well, supporting the players. But yeah, do the same for the guys that are going to be getting a chance in these last few games. Mark mfethu wena uyibone kanjani mfethu?
Tolo Mark. Tolo Marky. Marky Tolo.
Yeah.
Tolo Marky. Tolo Marky. Quickly, just 2 seconds. Yeah, man, you're right, Cheesy. When I look in the stands, I was thinking I was at the Sundowns game. There was no one there. What the hell, man?
For me, Cheesy, well, the feeling that I got was maybe what Umunip has mentioned a bit was the end of the season snacks. I think also psychologically, the boys did not appear in the game, did not pitch. I think um, how we played and how the attitude towards the game was not the right attitude. I think maybe because the league is gone, it's the end of the season. I don't know. But also, as Moeneeb has mentioned, and also we spoke about last season, is that probably the new coach is watching now, and the new coach is checking which players am I going to use, which players am I going to start the season with, because also as a coach, you have this you have to create this idea. Also in the preseason, the coach will stick with his 18 or 11 players, and because he wants to build maybe some cohesion within the team. So I think also our players needs to be really, really wary about that, as well. One other thing that I also would have loved for us maybe also to discuss is the introduction of the youngsters. It's good to give these youngsters a chance, but also we should find a balance in doing so. Because also after we have made a lot of changes, the game it went from bad to worse. You know what I mean? And also we don't want to create, or we put the boys in a deep end and now they cannot swim and we lose these players as well. I also listened to Coach Mandla's post-match interview, and he was saying that we are the youngest team in the league. We don't want to be the youngest team in the league. You know what I mean? We want to compete. We want to compete against Sundowns, to compete against the experience of Sundowns, and also with the youngsters, you must also know that there will be a lot of mistakes. There will be a lot of missed passes and misjudgment and timing and all of these things. So, if we have a lot of them and we don't have this balance, for me, I think we're gonna be in trouble, and also we're gonna lose these players as well, because also if for an example, a young player, on mention name, will make 2 or 3 mistakes that will lead to goals. Is there someone that is gonna pick him up? Can he pick himself up in those moments as well? So I think the club needs to find balance when it comes to the introduction of the youngsters. I think we shouldn't get excited now. It's good that now there's nothing to play for. It's good that they are getting minutes and all of that, but we just on the back of our minds to not to do it too much, that now the balance is gone and now we cannot really and also the boys cannot recover from the mistakes or from the bad performances as well. I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Don't you don't you think maybe it's because, like you guys said it well, obviously it's the last few games, and maybe the coach is also looking at trying to give these youngsters an opportunity as well. But like you said, he needs to get the balance right, because I know with Coach Rivero, it introduced one or two, but not like a whole sum of changes, because that disrupts the play of the team, and I saw that today, and how difficult is it for Coach Mandla, Joe? Because at the end of the day, Munib, even if I am an assistant coach, I always have my own ideas, right? So today I felt like he was also just trying out some new things. But does he know that the Pirates fans, my man, judge you based on the game that you are in charge of? They're not worried about you playing 8 youngsters, and they love you because you played 8 youngsters. They want to see the team play well, even if yes, they threw conceded in the last minute. But I think if Coach Mandla had probably went with the stronger lineup, not saying that these were not maybe stronger, but if it maybe a stronger lineup, psychologically work on the boys and make sure that they are ready for the game. Make sure that they play for you as well as an assistant coach, because I just felt like some instances, the situations in the game, players were losing it, fighting each other, raising hands.
100%. You're a
Hey,
cheese, just
why
hang
didn't
on.
you
Yeah,
make
I'm
that
sitting here,
run?
but
You can tell with the small details that are we losing the discipline part of it in the team with Coach Manja stepping in for these last few games?
No, no, no. Just a cheese. Sorry, I'm just coming close to the screen. I'm seeing here this haircut, my friend. Hey, I almost got a moose of work up. Ah, my friend, why didn't coaches send me up to go to the box to go win headers them? And yeah, I could have scored goal with Amusimas now. My hair is short. I almost head goes from the halfway line. Jesus. Moose of cop. Hey, back to the topic. You see, I even drift from the topic because so boring was the game. I drift from the topic. But you, no, 100%. Cheese, listen. Um, I'm sure, and it's rightfully so that Coach Mandla has his own ideas as well, you know. But like Marcus said as well, man, what I was just expecting a little bit more from Coach Mandla is that he gets the balance, the mix right. Yes, we like to see youngsters, but we are not a development team no more. We are a team that's looking to win games, no matter what the game is, and the mindset should be always like this. A team of Orlando Pirates quality wants to be chasing the Sundowns of this world. Every game must be a win. We must focus on winning. No matter if there's a no points to play for and nothing to play for. Remember, next season is coming as well, so you preparing for next season. So what do you want the mentality to be? Listen, I'm grooming youngsters, or listen, no matter how um, of little interest the game or how little magnitude the game has, 3 points is what I'm chasing. We need to have that mindset. We need to have that mindset of, listen, my youngsters, yes, I'd love to give you a chance, but we still there's a foundation of the team, there's a philosophy of the team, and that's we're gonna stick to that. You know. So if we're gonna change change the philosophy now to, listen, we're gonna be introducing youngsters. We can see that the youngsters, it's easy for a youngster to play when there's senior players around him because they cover those areas for him. But if a youngster, there's so many youngsters in certain positions, and he gets out of that position, the other one is not going to cover. He's not reading in that aspect. He's not mature enough to think, listen, let me cover here. Those things happens in football, and those are things that we should be thinking about. But clearly, we never thought about that today. But no, hammering for Coach Mandla. I'm sure Coach Mandla, he needs to be his own man as well. He needs to be his own coach as well. But like we say, we just speak about the opinions of what we see, you know, and as what we've been seeing so far, we keep getting close, but not close enough. You know what I'm saying? So what are we going to take 14 steps backwards now to try and get closer again by introducing a whole lot of youngsters to then the gap gets even bigger in where we need to be really. Continuity for us is continuing where we carry on, continuing and add. That is where we're going to get to where we need to be, but not completely removing the foundation and then, listen, let me start again now and let me try and do this from scratch. From scratch, it's too far off. And these are the games where we should be doing that. Stamping our authority of, listen, especially Coach Mandla as well. Yes, come on, Coach Mandla, you are one of us. You are one of the sons of us. You belong with us, part of that the foundation of that team. And we would like you to take us further. Yes, we love the youngsters, but with balance, because we completely lost whoever we were. We completely lost our identity today. That it never looked like us today. I've never seen us play um, little square passes in 4 areas like this, and then we go nowhere. We lose the ball, then get passes and hopelessly give the ball away, which is this is not us. It's not our. That's not who we identify as. And I'm not blaming Coach Mandla. I'm just blaming too many youngsters. There's too many youngsters that when we introduce them with time. You know, just keep that continuity with our senior players and our youngsters gelled in between. We can't. Coco Melon is 3 years old, but we see him as a senior player because he's adapted really well. He's adapted really well. Listen, I love Salepe. He he looks promising for the future. He's promising for the future. But I must also say that someone who's been watching the game and Salepe is your man of the match. Not saying that the boy played bad, but you can see he's a shaky youngster. But the one who selected the man of the match?
I don't know, my man. I've been asking this question ever since I was playing also professional. I was like, who chooses this man of the match?
I think it was the security taking the tickets outside. He selected that man of the match. But no, that's not nothing against the youngster. We're just speaking about he looked really shaky, looked off it. But if he
Yeah.
was the best player that guy saw, that shows how bad the game was.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark and Fetu, just before we close, Mfana, like now what's the way forward now for Pirates, Joe? Because I know it's a bit of a trial for Coach Mandla in terms of the team trying to see in terms of can he manage being the head coach of the team. I got no doubt. I think he can do it, but obviously, it's always difficult for a local coach to coach a team like Orlando Pirates. They normally give you 2 or 3 games, and if they don't like your style of play, you are out of it. I'm not saying it's gonna be like that with Coach Mandla, but what do you think is the way forward now for Pirates in order for them to maintain the performance that they've given this season? Yes, they got one trophy, but the performance was great. They picked up more points than they've picked up in the previous campaigns. So how would you wrap it up for us?
Um, I think for me, without maybe discrediting Coach Manda and his contribution to the team, I would love for him to stay with the team because also he's someone that will maintain the culture that has been built already. He has been with Coach Rivero. He understands the South African culture as well. It's unfortunate at this point we don't know who is the next coming coach. If let's say he's a European coach, it would be nice to have a Coach Mandla next to him. to take the same role that he took with the coach Rivero as well. Also, Coach Mandla is a top guy. For me, he's a scholar of the game as well. And as you mentioned, now it's not easy to coach these clubs. Many some coaches also after coaching these clubs, they don't recover from of being there as well. We still want to see Coach Mandla being part of South African football, and I don't think also he should be in a rush to take over as the head coach of the club. Maybe let's say let's give him another stint as a right hand man next to a coach if it's a European. But if it's a South African, I don't know what will the club do. Normally, the South Africans they have their own assistant coaches as well, and I'm hopeful that the club will make the right decision. And because also what we want to do is to build from where we are. We don't want to restart or to break the foundation and then lay another foundation. It will delay the process. It will delay us going forward and closing the gap or even surpassing Sundowns as well. You can also see now next season will be a little bit different because teams will go a little bit aggressive. It could be also a good thing that Sundowns is going to play the Club World Cup because they won't have a lot of rest like we will do. And now it will give us time also to prepare. And I think what is key for us and for me personally is the right signings for the club because when I analyze the our squad, then you look at our national team occupation or presence. We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot of players that are starting at Bafana play, at Bafana. So also now this maybe when we are recruiting players into the team, maybe we look into players that can benefit, that maybe has this experience, like maybe Apolis, as he was mentioned as one of the players that the club wants to bring in, because also now he has the international experience. He has played in Africa. He's a national team player as well. So he brings a different aura to the changing room as well. I think when it comes to our recruitment for next season, I think we need to be really, really specific in terms of the quality and the caliber of players that we will bring in, players that will take the club to a different level. We don't want someone that will come and maintain what is there, but someone that will take the club to a different level. So for me, the recruitment of players will also be vital. Will also be vital. It doesn't matter if it's a local boy or an international boy or African boy, but it should be like national team caliber players, like top players that will make a difference.
Ah, oh
Sorry,
yeah,
Cheese.
oh yeah. Yes, Nippy.
Marky. I think Marky misread the situation there because Sundowns won't have a problem when they go and play in the Club World Cup because they just bought another 60 players now. So they'll go this club, those guys that played now, these guys that played in the league now will go and play in the Club World Cup. And the new team that they bought will compete in the league to go and play in another Club World Cup. So we have to just be a little bit wary, a little bit more hungry than them in the market.
With that, Moeneeb Mfana, yazi bafethu. With that being said, yazi we do a show me your number bafethu. Siyayivala ke manje le nto lena, siyayivala. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share the video, share your thoughts. We like to see you guys in that comment section, guys. Keep them coming, guys. You've got answers for days. If you're not sure of something, drop a comment there for Mark, for Moeneeb, for Cheese. We are there. We can
Yeah.
dollar what we have to dollar.
Don't be scared. Yeah, don't be scared to ask, man. They must ask.
Yeah, no,
I'm
ningastuki kodwa, no Valka, please, guys. Let's get straight to the point.
Cheesy, I'm walking there in the interwebs corridors in the comment section, my friend. I'm walking, I'm checking what is kind in here. What's kind in here? Man, I'm looking high, man. Let's talk, man.
They
I'm
must
sitting on the
subscribe,
corner there.
guys. Don't forget, guys. At SoccerBeat, please subscribe, guys. Let's get to that 50,000 mark. I know we can do better, more than that. So yeah, please, man, don't forget to click on that part and make sure that you support SoccerBeat, man, and Talking Pirates as always. Yeah, Bafethu. With that being said, I want to thank you, Mapagania Bafethu. Please, the last two games, go to the stadium, Bafethu. Go witness the new talent, the new fresh boys that are given a chance. Let them get the feel of playing in a full stadium, yabo, so that they can understand the Pirates badge and what it means to play for Pirates. So from SoccerBeat and the boys, we are out. Oh yeah.
SoccerBeat, what?